No, actually, I felt bad for Paul and Mike because they were both like. I told Paul, I said, Miss Gerda is like very opinionated, and she is that way. Yeah, very direct. And I know she's that way, but she really was mad today. And it comes down to, I think Karen must have promised something to the teachers about they could teach their special, their special area. And so that's what we're up against, is that what they were promised. And so she's like, I can tell you Gerda's not an English person, she's math through and through, and she just like would have a hard time with the other areas. So she was, that's why she was getting so bent out of shape, because I overheard her talking to some people after the meeting, and I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that, oh my gosh. Well, I was tense. I think I told you about half an hour. It took me a half an hour for my body to like loosen up after that meeting, because she sat right behind me. And she was so strong, so, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Then I'm not coming back and using all right about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I'm using a needle tonight. I guess your husband's coming
And, yeah.
Well, I better wait to say things,
Right.
Because he's a guided person, but if you don't have a
personal, able to be personable with,
you're not going to go in and get anywhere.
it's not going to get you far. No.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right.
You can say nice.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said, and I said this to Laura Lee here. I said there is a way of talking that's not like,
And you might get what you need, what you wanted right away.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm ready. Is the calendar there?
Oh.
You just mentioned I can bring them.
Oh, Roberto got something.
When you go to the calendar, they can kind of make marks.
Are we paying for this now? We have money?
I asked Rachel right before she was running out the door, and I said, did Dr. Paul grab money? She goes, so what? So I grab money. So yes, we have it.
We've got some.
So
I have some too.
okay, I grabbed some other things.
I figured we were paying.
Yes, we have.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Hans.
Hello, I'm
So,
Kat.
my wife, Tess.
Hi.
And Gerda's already met me. She's already angry at me.
I'm not.
He's a very outspoken person, you must have noticed.
Dutch. She was going through that Dutch
You
people.
must have noticed that.
Dutch people are very outspoken and very straightforward.
I like that.
Roberto got a package. I'm cheering for Roberto here. He got a package. Roberto did.
There's a front moon, it's from Spain.
I know.
Smell?
I know.
The food in it.
Food-wise for your kids, I
It
ordered.
should be on the decoration board.
Yeah.
Mine said, okay. Ours haven't eaten, so I got pizza and French toast coming.
And the hamburger for kids.
I just ordered pizza. I already had it order before.
Oh, okay.
We're over in this one. And he's going to bring us back.
Yeah. Yeah.
The new guy sits in front.
Unless you want to sit next to Mike.
Really? I love going to the
What restaurant are they in?
to the store today.
Jen, what's the
in
name of the
middle
restaurant?
day. I remember all these people staring at
The
me.
Chinese restaurant, kind of serve local food. It's pretty nice actually.
Thank you.
Good selection of
It
sushi
wasn't
needs.
like
We want to
that a general consensus
Ah,
across the
alright.
floor.
Yeah. It was, I was a southwestern detective because all the only hat we could find was a
No, I
cowboy
see
hat.
those kids.
And what?
She went.
A cowboy hat. Yeah.
Because normally
Did
I
anybody
have
find
lunch
that
at
the
recess,
breeze
you know,
next to the hot pot?
I never had the morning.
They split it up, right?
They
Split it up, and yeah, the part of it is open. Yeah, the local staff here at work has brought it in actually
Right.
for the office staff when they met.
Recess
Okay.
started.
Oh, was it? It's good? Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's like a
And
spicy,
there was like-
a spicy one.
Nothing else.
Oh my
Because
god.
yeah,
That's so
You
funny.
can get that stuff food, and then that went away, and you only got hot pot
Patty?
left. It was like lamb hot pot and chicken hot
Jerry.
pot and this hot pot. Yeah, this one had, what do we have,
said
about
she thought it
12
would be a
different
horrible
dishes set up there?
recess, you know, just because something had to be done.
Right,
and
right.
So, it was so
It was
great. There's nothing.
totally
There's no arguing, no nothing.
Nothing.
No rough out. It was
Great.
and most of them completely Jesse would leave. Some had some left.
We should
Because
do
I
it
was
once a
standing, I
week.
said, just I know. Well, then they
Yeah.
Good break. Where'd you get
doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's just an
First of
awesome
all,
sight.
Yeah.
Well,
I told them they'd get something if and they all came in with a completed sheet, and I'm like, no, one of you is supposed to do it, not all of you. We're supposed to get the entire class. Yeah.
I mean, some of these things seem great on paper.
Get there.
Right.
And then others just go, well, what do we do?
Right.
Well,
Right.
well, you know,
Right.
they're like all confused. It's either too difficult or way too easy. Or,
Yeah.
But this seems to be, you know, good because
Yeah,
even
we
the
still got
10
some one family that still wrote in Finland there.
Right. Right.
So it's
Not out yet.
I think it's good.
One of my colleagues who was going to the same room and part of Beijing. And about 3 hours into the flight, class comes on.
It's so cold.
We
I
departed
know.
anyway.
I
We know
know.
Heathrow's closed.
He's
but,
probably
we're
my
notified
best.
anyway because we expect him to
As far as getting into
about halfway through the
the
flight, they go,
role.
well,
Yeah.
it's closed. It remains closed.
He's adventurous. He's
No
like
other airport in Europe would take it. So
he loves reading.
180 effectively.
Oh, man.
Who was that?
Nothing like leaving Beijing, taking an 8-hour
happened?
flight and landing it. He took off from Beijing and the pilot said we're taking off anyway because we think Heathrow will open when we get there.
Why was he for close to the weather?
Where the same snowstorm we had.
People standing there?
flew
Oh,
on that
then?
day, yeah.
And they flew back to
This is the
Beijing.
route
They
in
turned
from the
around after
airport,
3.5
but
hours.
We're looking for directions.
They wanted to go to Frankfurt or to Rome or to, they had 3 other alternatives.
Who can read that
All
sign,
three were
or you're coming
three
from
were
Shanghai, or if you're coming from Shanghai maybe, or Beijing, you can read the sign, and you know where you're going, you can pull over and go. He explained they'll do both. They'll either give you directions and it costs you 10 RMB, or they'll hop in and
The guys with the board, they're everywhere. In all the big cities. In the entrance, the access roads, all the big cities.
And what does the sign say?
It just
Guide.
said guide. Yeah.
Guide.
Yeah. And so they for trucks or.
I was wondering.
Especially if there's construction or the roads are goofed up, they'll all stand there and
They know how to get you around.
Exactly,
I
especially
was
here now.
wondering why there are all those people, like when you come in the gate. Quite a nice reception. You're like walking along, and these people are like, woo, you know, like. And here's me. I had an excess of baggage.
This is our sixth.
Were you in the old school?
My daughter was joined and she just her level 3. She was in a Chinese school first. And then we put her in school. I was still a school. Yes. 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 And the funny part never did the internet. I'm going to see the pushback. Okay? I set up the desking system for the library. I fixed the library here. And I got the asset manager go so nuts. Put that back on me. I worked 2 summers ago. This is how dedicated I am to the school. 2 summers ago, I worked the whole summer by myself with no pay, putting barcodes on most of the items in the school. All the barcodes that are on there, I put on 2 summers ago. Since then, nobody's been paying me, so I'm trying to pull as far away as possible from it.
Do people understand the
Yes, yes.
Now it's called desk. They understand the desk.
Rebecca does. Rebecca's training. Audrey's aware of what it is. But
I saw that happening with the library staff leaving, and then I'm trying to.
no, and that's the reason it was important to get somebody in for it as well. Yeah, and it worked out pretty well. Because Audrey,
Yeah.
for sure, for 2 years, maybe even 3.
Okay, there it is. You guys is a certificate, but they need 4 middle school teachers with an emphasis in math, science, what else?
Yeah, I think the 4 subjects would be the languages, arts, science. Those are the 4 important things, I think, for the job. Chengdu here is a very technical expat group. I don't know how to put it. They're all parents who work in very specific parents with PhDs in physics and math, and they're all very focused on that for Intel. And it has always been that way.
Math
At one time,
This
it was
is
almost
math.
100% Intel, wasn't it? At one time, it was almost 100%
Yeah,
Intel.
well, it was a huge Intel population, yes.
We're a school bus. Let us through.
They do that around 6 o'clock.
He said we're a school bus. We can get through.
And at 6 o'clock, they do that because they
He knows it's like the yellow bus.
traffic jams.
He knows what color bus
They
to
block
drive.
the road into the city.
Oh, so this, we're now
I
going
like
into
that. I have to
This is
replay my car now.
Reminalu, which is the
That's
main
why I drive this.
north-south.
I was curious why we didn't have van number 1.
Part of the city.
Now I know why.
like the buses.
Yep. I think we have to repaint the car yellow. Put
Interesting fact
side on the
about
side.
the growth of Chengdu. When our school moved from where it was before, I don't know if you've visited that location.
Yeah.
Okay, where it was before to here, parents were extremely concerned because it was moving so far outside the city. This was the ring. When we moved
This wasn't here.
there was nothing here.
Greenfield.
They had started building this compound. Most of the compound was still.
This was also
Abandoned
grassland out
farmland.
here. This whole block here.
I spent 4 days at about 6 years ago.
Up till here.
And I walked around the hotel.
The Kavinsky sort of,
That's new.
Yeah. But I thought I was in the city then. No?
That was the city, but it ended. This is where the city ended. There was
Where is
nothing
the
here.
Kavinsky Hotel?
You go to pass it.
Yes, it is.
Right up here.
Oh,
Coming up
okay.
there.
Well, yeah.
That's where I stayed.
Okay. Yeah.
There was nothing. When we came here, the Ford Ring Road wasn't here. They started building it. We said we should have died. Because we drove it when it opened up. There was nothing. I mean, there were no buildings around it at all, left or right. Now it's all built, and now they're building a 5th ring road. The 3rd ring road was the border. There was nothing. They started building just outside that. And this is 5.5 years ago.
Where are the people coming from?
Countryside.
Now,
Countryside, yeah.
and if you look at all those buildings, those just recently went up. They're all empty still. I don't know who is going to live there.
Oh, why are they still building
I don't, and it's all around. If you drive on the ring road around the city, it is all compounds. All compounds. Most of the apartments that are bought by people who are trying to invest. They stay empty, and they hope that 10 years from now they can sell them for a huge profit. Which is why where our compound, I don't know if you've had a chance to walk around the compound American Garden.
Yeah.
We live in Missouri City, and there are these townhouses in the middle of these compounds, and most of them are empty. No, but that is new. That is where you live is new. But
there's so
in
many
the area, yes, they're inside those higher buildings. They're townhouses, and most of them are empty because they've been bought up by private people who are waiting for them to sell them at a profit. Because we looked into renting one and we couldn't. They're not interested in renting them out. These are rich people. They don't want to rent for these houses. They want to sell them. And so a lot of apartments stay empty. They've been bought. They just stay empty. They don't care about it. They leave it. It's concrete. Nothing has been done. Yeah, it's a fascinating. Yeah.
What's the street we live on? Ellie?
I don't.
Because all those across the area are people.
Yeah.
Yes. But they also do not want to rent those out. They do not want to, because we looked into renting one, because we have 3 kids and we have a dog, and the apartments are small. And we couldn't. The only ones that are for rent are the ones that you 3 live in. Yes, you and Mike and Catherine. Those are the only 3, and they rented them to QSI because they thought it would look good. Look, they're Westerners living in these compounds, right? They must, and there was a. So most of them have from the beginning on been empty. I don't know, you know. And it's hard to believe with so many new apartments and stuff going on that you ever be able to sell it. Because who's going to buy an apartment that has been empty for 6 years while you can get a brand new one? So it's interesting.
And those things deteriorate if you don't have anybody to sell.
Oh yeah, that exactly is outside.
I know.
Oh
It
my
looks old
god.
after a year.
Does.
I mean, if you look at the outside of the whole compound American Garden on the freeway, it's like a black trash.
Like we look like Chicago, yeah, like downtown Chicago, like flat. It is weird.
I wonder how much the
But
government...
it's nice inside.
You think the government owns
I don't
it?
Well,
know.
they just recently, January 1st, they changed. Who knows more about this? They are taxing the homeowners more. I think after your first house, I don't know what it was. Hans knows more about it, but they changed some laws to prevent all these apartments from being bought by private investors. Yeah. This road has been completely redone. There used to be just one street going and one street back, and there were no traffic jams. You could drive straight through the city with the
And of course we're missed school buses, so obviously that's not enough to stop. Well, even the taxis, well, they have little monitors inside. I don't know what.
I think the advisory board knows that, and Irene was
What?
shining myself to Dr. Ball.
What?
And I even brought that up. I said, you know, you have a personal vested interest in keeping us here. And when as Laura was telling him that, he was like, yeah. He reiterated that he wishes not everybody would know that. And I told
How are
him,
your children
the
adjusting?
administrators know, and I'm off the
They
staff
like
going
the
as
fact
is.
that they don't have much homework. We have no homework tonight. Here we go, son. They were in a charter school.
One of the reasons I wanted to throw it out there today, you know, I'm aware of it, and yeah, we need it.
Yeah. Some seem to have a bit more trouble adjusting than
Not real
others.
motivated.
No, it's difficult to explain that. I think everybody here has been in exactly your guys' situation. You know, and coming mid-year is the hardest.
Right.
And yeah,
I mean, you know, it seems like we can tear that. Actually, I think he's brighter than Pauline, but Pauline more motivated.
She works hard
She
in
works hard.
First thing they put up was an dedicated boy.
Good pull, and
Yeah, especially today.
then they directed the bunker.
I don't know.
Being off in
Fast.
Canada all the time. Just tonight he asked me, what is this?
They wanted to make sure it was
How do you
cool
spell
while they were building.
I guess, yeah, but that's not a word. What is
But I probably
I mean, the book is that thick. It's there. It has notes in it all the time. I guess that's better than not reading at all.
Yeah.
This was sure he was
That's the one that we have our county.
I was reading Harry Potter. That just came out. And the first book, and it had all these names of plants and all these made-up names.
Yeah.
And he would read it and he would ask. I'm like, I don't think that is a real something. And
How do you answer that?
The first book, it took him forever because he just said, what is this? What is this? I'm like, I don't know. It probably represents some plants. I don't know if it's a real one or not.
So what was that when he gave it tonight?
You work Stanford River film?
Yeah, actually, drought of the leaf. But the drought is not like the drought. Drought is not spelled that way. No, it's not drought. He droughted it down the mead.
Right.
Wow. Okay. The 29th.
You don't have a lot of.
Yeah, I was there
Just
for
said on to Wednesday.
almost an entire month. That was
Now we're down.
weird.
How was your class? How did they?
They did absolutely outstanding. No, I love those kids. Gosh, they are just.
Compared to now we're basically downtown.
No,
Not yet?
no. We will not get to city center. City center on a clear day, okay? There may be 5 of those a year. You can see all the way from the bridge to the city center. There's a statue of Mao. And he stands with his arms stretched out. And behind it is a sign. That is the city center. And if you look at the map, that will be exactly, there's a big square. And he used to stand in the middle of the square. But then they moved him. This also all happened after the meeting. They moved him because then they built the center hub for the metro system underneath exactly the heart of the city. And so they had a huge pit.
Oh, there's the metro.
Yes, well, it's only
It just
one
opened.
line. It just opened. It only goes from just from the south to the north.
All the technicians are helping down.
Have you been on it yet?
They're on a rotation now.
On the
No.
metro?
No.
Yeah. It
Is
the
it
stops
pretty
are
good?
nicely planned.
Yeah.
Because there is one here. Oh,
But,
right. There's one here. There is one straight in front of the Computer City.
Oh,
There
really?
is one in front of the animal market. There is one in the center.
Perfect.
There's one, but this one is
now they found out
the one across from Namaste.
benefit their own
Yeah,
pocketbook.
which is there.
Oh,
What? 5.6.
the Maskey.
The Namaste is there, right? Namaste.
Which one?
Is it there? Sunshine? Or in?
That's the Sunjoy.
It's almost like we're going back to the American.
Oh, it's on the other side. It's there. Yeah, that's the Indian restaurant. Namaste.
Is it by Grandma's Kitchen?
Yeah, where the old one was. Is it still
Okay.
there? No, Grandma's Kitchen just before. There's another Indian restaurant that used to be the best one. There was. The atmosphere is nice. It's
better.
very nice.
Okay.
I'm not there yet.
It's almost there. Yeah. I
Is
know.
it by the was
The
it better than
Tandoor is
Tandoor?
Yeah. Well, there used to be. There still is a price discrepancy. The tender is better for me. But
Right.
Namaste used to be really good, and then they started changing
Oh, really?
cooks like every
Oh, no.
6 months or more often,
Not
so
good.
you never know. And then one time we ate there and it was so salty. It's like they had emptied the whole
That was at the Tandoor?
no here.
Oh.
So then we stopped eating there because it was
Like,
too
you know, it's like
Yeah.
you look out at
too
can't see anybody over 50.
anybody over 50,
You see it too.
Yeah.
You do see it, 50?
No, I mean, you do
I
see exactly
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing.
I mean, look,
It's only young
you
people,
don't see
right?
anybody over
You don't see anybody over 50, and you don't see anybody fat.
that. Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm the fattest guy around you right now. That's right.
That program, the Biggest Loser, wouldn't work here, would it?
I think we had that on staff. Did they have that last year? Biggest
Yeah.
Loser?
Really?
Or the Western staff did.
Someone
but yeah,
ran
but
that.
yeah, you're right. It wouldn't work for the training staff.
Not the whole Western side.
No, not everybody. One of the things as I'm driving down here, do you want to discuss like the musical events that we had in December?
Musical event?
Right, we had the holiday.
Oh, anything about it. So you better be able to. May not know about them.
I'm asking you if you want to bring it up now or in February. For the holiday festival in December, we had it on 2 nights, and both nights it was very crowded in the auditorium.
Just hold it going.
There you go. I'm like bringing up something at the last minute.
That would be Mike.
Ow.
Oh.
They just built it on top of the roof of this existing stretch.
Right over there.
They built it on this it's leaning on it. I don't know. Did you like it? How funny is it?
Yeah, that's kind of like a Jenga puzzle.
Hurry, run in. Just hold it going. You'll probably park right here.
Is the meeting here?
Yeah, up right up here somewhere.
Yeah.
What if it was
Right away, like, I don't know.
Oh, they assume you know. That's funny.
Everyone attends.
Oh, yeah, you go there.
Yes, this is
And the thing is, we didn't bring anything. We didn't bring anything. Oh my God.
These things really do heat up fast.
They do. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah. If you turn them off, they.
where
Yeah.
okay.
Another thing you should know that.
Your son is so cute.
They cool the outside.
He knit me a bracelet. He's like, do you want me to knit you a bracelet? I'm like, how cute is that? How often? And then everyone in the, everyone had like a stereotype, if you will, like people who usually like a female thing.
Yes.
But
Because kids have been teasing you with that.
Oh, sure they have.
Making remarks and saying knitting is only for girls.
And I dispelled that when I heard one of the kids, yeah. And I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
I said,
it's
no,
ridiculous.
it's not. It's something unique. It's something that takes a lot of talent, takes a lot of time. I said, you
so
can't do it this way.
That name again?
He's
When I talk about that, you can
Right.
like he invents
Right.
builds contraptions and wheels playing outside of
Very
it, spins
smart.
out your head, you know?
Yeah.
And so they knit
Cost of
that
one
up.
night there is less than 2 nights later.
She's like the all-time nerd. I think she's. I know they come to me like, I don't know.
Everybody on the same night again.
Do Do you know any Chinese?
No. Ni hao. I know that.
I know the most.
That is. Oh my
I know.
God. It's. Oh, I bet it's kind of weird.
In the Philippines.
But they think they're nice.
Well, you think they
Well, I
know.
have Chinese blood.
Oh, okay.
My great grandfather is Chinese.
Okay, so that's fine, because normally they do, it means you know someone's Japanese.
Yeah. They cannot because they kept talking to me. And sometimes I just pretend that I didn't hear them, you know. They're right beside me talking and I just go like this.
That's why when I try when they're talking about me behind me, you know, they will talk about us and our kids, how they're walking behind me and they say, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? I understand what you're saying.
Oh, really?
It's not bad, we've had that in the past.
Right.
A long time ago, there was a family here who had adopted two Chinese. No, her husband was Chinese, so the kids looked Chinese, right? And the daughter, they were overweight, and so the Chinese would talk and say things, you know. Oh, look at those fat things, and the kids must be adopted, and all. I mean, like bad things about them. And she would just turn around because she spoke fluent Chinese and say, "How dare you say stuff about kids you don't even know and this and that." But they would just. I mean, once you pick up enough, you can hear them all the time. You can hear them talk about us. And it's usually about, oh, they have 3 kids, and this and that, and oh, it's so cute, and the girl, and the blonde hair, and
Can you communicate then?
no, we only speak a little.
But you understand more than you can.
Yes, we only speak yes, but we know the basics because we always ask the same questions, but then once you're at the end of the 10 questions, they think you speak fluent Chinese, and they go, boom, I'm like, I have no idea. And then you say that, and then they just speak louder. Boom.
I like the fact that I can ask people what their name is, but when they tell me, I have
Yeah.
no idea what to say after that. I'm like,
So that's why usually they ask, where are you from, where do you live, and they ask the kids, where do you go to school, and they can all answer that, and then it stops.
yeah. And then,
We get pretty far. We travel around ourselves. We drive ourselves. We have Chinese driver's license, and so we just hop in a car and go far. We go far away from Chengdu, and so it's
yeah.
we get into
I know when I
involved with police, and I handle that. You know,
With your Chinese.
with my limited Chinese, I yell back at them. So it's not just
They all have kids from our school.
it's the Chinese police as well.
Or Mr. Lambert one day, I was coming back from a gym or something and I saw him and he was, you know how you can drive your van alongside or your vehicle kind of not where the road is, but like kind of in the sidewalk area, but it's just wide enough for a car, but a car should not be going down there, but
They do.
they do. And he's just like stopped and he's like yelling at this Chinese man. He's like, no, I'm not moving.
You need to back up.
In Chinese? In Chinese. Yeah, his wife is Chinese. Yeah.
Laws of faith. It is
That's cute.
extremely hard for people to do.
What?
But some people are nice.
Is your wife coming?
She's not gonna be able to make it well. We have a 51-year-old. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hi, Jason DeRosa.
Very nice.
My wife, Kat.
Hey, good to see you.
Good for you. It's cool. Well said. Well said.
Is Marianne.
Better, but 24. Turn it up.
I think it needs to get to 24 first before we decide to hit the button. I don't think it helps. Closing the door, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
None of the parts
The same as that, the things in a classroom, you know, you come in and at the end of the day you walk and they're all 27.
Yeah.
That's called.
But I mean, I'd rather do that than frigid. Because then once I get cold, like right now, my toes are cold, and everything, the rest of the night I'm going to be cold.
But it's hard for you guys though, you know, you go in warm classroom and then you go out.
Yeah.
Cold.
It is, yeah. It's like you put on your coat to go down to another t-shirt. It's so weird, you know?
It is in the winter. It's not too bad now, but I do when I go coffee shopping.
You gotta put on.
My scarf and I walk down.
Yeah.
It's a bit pathetic when you think about it. I mean, back in the States, it's like you're just walking down, in the house, whatever, you're just doing, you know, you never have to do that. Yeah, like, you start putting your coat on, but it's
Yeah, but you do it, if you do it many times a day, it can get cumbersome.
Yeah.
At the local schools. My daughter was with Chinese kindergarten. They had
Really?
a heater like that in the room, and it was never on. She would go to school in a winter coat and hat and scarf. And basically they keep it on all day long. That's how you pick them up. They don't take it off. Because they have the windows open.
Larger city by.
They have the windows open in the classroom.
By area?
And that's
yeah, I think
and that's because public schools are all like that.
And no one's heard of it.
Did you hear Luna? Oh, you weren't at lunchtime today. This was interesting. She kind of said something that was,
16 million now, yeah.
she said, wear glasses. I wear glasses because I study too hard.
Yeah.
Jokingly, you know, and she's like, you can tell people who study hard in school because they wear glasses. They study a lot. It's like, and when I was described as to what the climate is like in a typical college or university setting, there are hundreds, like 100 valedictorians or 100 salutatorians, thousands maybe. I don't know. I mean, just a lot. You know, in the States you have one, whereas here you'll have
But it's
100.
because a lot of it is caused by the parents. Their life savings and their life away for their kids to go to college and get a good education. One child, and that's it. That's their hope of getting out. And so there's so much pressure on these kids.
20-year outlook.
It's
Yeah. Well, same thing in Korea. Korea same way.
same
The
thing.
southern part, we're going to be the hub for loading up the trains, sending them.
But what I noticed here though, a couple of times already, and we've been out to Ocean, only Ocean and Carrefour, like 3 times. They fight right there. You know?
Cargo one, or
I don't know if
in
it's
and out with the
necessary.
big cargo
They
one.
yell at
Yeah, they yell at each other, but it's a long one, just like 30 minutes,
Yeah,
you know?
back and forth. And
Back and forth, back and
kind of like
forth.
those chicken dirt. You know, like at the
An
baseball
employee
game.
and a customer, employee and customer. And then it's the where's the supervisor, you know, I want to be the supervisor. Then the supervisor comes and they'll start yelling again, and Paul would just stand there and watch. It's like, come on, oh, this is fun.
It is. It's like,
Interesting.
I have to agree with her.
Kids international
A lot of people, they can't do it. They either last maximum of 2 years and hate it and leave, or they stay longer and they learn to love it. We just absolutely love it. I love to see what, like when a traffic jam gets caused at an intersection. It is so funny. It is so interesting to see. I enjoy it. I enjoy the car going in the wrong direction. I'm like, oh, this is going to be very entertaining. And that's what everybody else thinks, which is why they watch. It's different if you're in a car yourself and you're driving, which we've been in traffic jams. We've been in an extremely bad one last year. 27 hours. We slept in the car. 27 hours.
Who is driving?
We were. And we had the kids and the dog because it was our first day on vacation. It was like half day of school and we left and we decided if we drive pretty long through we can make it to Xi'an at 10 p.m.
So who was behind the wheel though? I mean, like.
I was. I drive outside the city. And so, but it
my God,
stopped.
Gerda.
It stopped. And then, you know, we get out and the kids walk ahead. We just let them see if they can see. We give them a cell phone and say, see if they can see what's going on because then we know how long it's going to take. Everybody does that and everybody gets out of the car, you know, and all the Chinese people are looking in the car, looking at the dog and the kids. And usually an hour, 2, 3, it's done. This was like, there was no end to time. And so it got dark.
When was
So I
this,
said,
last
"Because
year?
you have to go to bed." I said, "You have to go to bed." So just sleep. We always have to sleep in the car sometimes. So they used to. So they said, "Oh no, it's fine." You know, it's like 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. They go to sleep in the car. I go to sleep in the car. And it's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. The police are driving by with bullhorns, waking up on the motorway because you had to move your car, half a meter to the right because they tried to like this and watch the traffic because they will never stay in the lane. If the car is stopped, they will overtake it. There's never the wrong side of the road. So if something happens, by the time whatever caused it is solved, now traffic is solved both ways head on. And there's no way you can clear it without backing up traffic. It'll just overtake and go on the other half. And so everything is packed this way, everything is packed the other way.
There's no way out.
No, there's no way out. And the traffic will not back up. They will not. So then police has to come in and they have to physically say, try to maneuver and squeeze and move.
For 27 hours.
So the whole night it was like, and you like yell at me, and I would like wake up, put on my glasses, like, what do you want me to do?
My mom
What a nightmare.
basically what I know is
I mean, if you had a driver, like, I wouldn't mind, being in the car, but just being behind the wheel, that I think would be.
It is entertaining. Let's see if that starts the conversation then. So,
drop from here.
like in here, because the whole conversation and they're very relaxed about it.
Yeah.
The drivers, they just what they do is they open up their trucks and they start. I mean, they're basically like repairing their engines. Even if traffic gets backed up, you need to like put back all the bolts before you can start driving again.
This thing was in the papers.
papers.
This was in the papers, I think, this traffic jam. Where was
I
it?
don't know. It was between Chengdu and Xi'an. There were it's a common stretch because then one accident happened because it's so busy. Everything got happened. The people overtaken.
So when you leave Chengdu, you should be prepared then for like food and
The local people make use of the situation, so they come by with baskets with noodles and hot water, and they sell it to all the drivers.
Oh, okay.
And they have chips and sunflowers. I know because they often joke and say, we think they are causing the traffic.
Yeah, probably.
They're very good.
Probably.
And they sell it to the buses, and the people in the buses lean out and buy them.
Yeah, I mean they have to eat,
Right.
And then when it's clear, the limit, because they throw their trash, there's outside. So it's clear.
They're not really clean people.
Right.
I know this
They
that.
throw everything out because someone else cleans it up. Because you've seen it in the roads, maybe the freeways, where you will see there's sweepers. They literally with a broom, they're sweeping the freeways. You see it everywhere. So everything gets picked up, so it doesn't look dirty.
Right.
Unless, like they're standing there for 20
Until
hours throwing
somebody
their noodle
throws out
boxes.
the next thing out their
But
window.
it's they clean. So you don't see it. They're sweeping.
Rush you ever here
off the
for coming
freeway.
6 days of Blue Sky?
Because yesterday when I went to Carrefour,
Maybe
I was
3 months or so.
I was in the middle of my grocery shopping and I got hungry, so I left my cart there and I went out. So they had this little noodle thing inside. So I said, I want that, and but there's no place to sit down.
No.
So one lady got up, but the table was full of those noodle cups.
Yeah.
One on top of the other, full, just froze. So I just sat down there sideways, so I don't have to
Look at that.
to look at that. And I said, why don't they, clean it after eating? So, and then the lady from behind the counter came
Hangs around there.
and cleaned everything, just put, in the big trash can. I said, well, this trash can should be on the side so people can see it.
Right.
So
Hi. John Benoit.
John
Benoit.
Benoit.
Sorry. Lips are still cold.
frozen lips.
Catherine Benoit. Okay, nice to meet you. Your husband coming?
Did you ride the bike too?
No, I
Ride the bike?
driver.
It's getting cold there.
But anyhow, so the lady came and cleaned the table, everything. And then she left it's a big trash can, you know. She left it on the side, and I said, oh, okay, so that's where the big trash can. So and everybody was looking at her. Right. They know that the trash can was there. But they just got up and left everything there again. And then when I got up, I put my trash there, and everybody was looking at me.
Like because it's unusual that you're doing it. Well, it's weird because it's almost like an IE attitude, like someone will pick up after me. So they, hello. Miha. Hello, Miss Benoit.
Does this come from the gym or what?
He always rides bike. He rides bike everywhere.
Oh, that's good.
And he's still alive.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You know, like Dace's last tornado.
You should put that on your back.
Sunday morning, I went with him one time. Going to do it again now that Allie's back. She's been gone for a month. I haven't been able to join her. Join him, but he does like mountain biking across the country. Sets up these trails and he'll email it out, and you can. If it's beginner trails, intermediate, and
I
then
just broke
his
my
trails.
hip riding a bike. So I have a
You're back
new
on.
hip, a new knee. This whole side of my body is
Bionic.
body.
God.
Now, kind of nursing one of these on this side too.
That's right.
Yeah, I took a spill about a month ago. Yeah, it's still a little sore.
But not broken.
No.
Okay, that's
I
good.
can't say we're injury free, but
So you don't ride along with him, or you drive the car in front of him?
Yeah, to chasing them. They're very fast. You know.
He's fast?
oh no, I mean we take all that out.
Oh, well.
So
We want them nice.
a handful of school participants.
They ride a bicycle, they're walking.
Yeah.
We had a teacher in Almaty,
Mhm.
Kazakhstan, and I hired him for the Los Angeles area. And he said, can we take a bike? He said, I have to have my bike. I said, yeah, you can take your bike. Well, about 6 months ago, he was riding down the road, and someone opened the car door, and he hit it. And they had to rush him to Paris.
Germany.
Yeah.
Frankfurt. Somewhere in Germany.
They had to air back into Frankfurt, and he was there for probably about a month. But he's back teaching again. What they do there, they have the canals, and they're dry.
Right.
And so you ride in the canal.
Oh wow.
But you got to get out of the canal eventually, you know, to get to school. And he said, I was just riding along, and all of a sudden there's a car door, and I never saw it, and boom.
I have a colleague who's just transferring to Kazakhstan. He's
Oh, really?
wondering about the biking opportunities there.
It's not as many as here, but there are a few people ride. Yeah. But Almaty is a very congested city. Go to Astana.
I hear that's beautiful.
I flew in there, I thought I was coming into Las Vegas. Nothing but lights and
All the money's there, huh?
all the money's there. But it's kind of like here, they have huge apartment buildings and they're sitting empty. When we first started there, we were paying $3,000 a month for rent. Now we're paying $600 because we've been able to negotiate it down. But it's a new capital, you know, of Kazakhstan, and the president is fashioning the whole city after Washington, D.C. So his castle's at one end, and then there's a huge monument at the other end. About 2 kilometers, and then there's this walkway, and huge pyramid. Yeah, it's really something. There's this one street with all these international restaurants, huge big restaurants, but they're all empty. The Chinese, the German, the French, Mexican, they're all right there in a row, but nobody's in them.
Field of Dreams, right? Build it in the color.
But Chevron and Michelle are really moving a big time.
A good quarter of our company's there.
Oh, really? So you're with...
I'm with Chevron.
Oh, okay, Chevron.
It's a very big asset. So we let a few people in our operations are on the shore. That's called Yankees.
Chevron lets us use their gym in the Orlando swimming pool for teachers.
Yeah, I guess we've, maybe it's 5 years old, we've built a housing compound for our folks there.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It's actually the same architects that in the compound we live in, they're just using them all. Just plop down and start here's your house, number 5. Enjoy. I'm always happy when we're on the other side of this. It's all getting better from there.
Where is your home?
I grew up in Colorado.
Colorado?
You're getting started, the rest of them follow.
I'll sit by the heater.
Where the heater is.
Oh, yeah. I don't trust the heater. It's not that much.
No, it's on.
So we do business before we eat or after we eat or during or what? Probably not while we
These are not numbered pencils, but your chest will be all right. Just want to make sure everybody. Oh, sorry. Actually,
Take off the little red thing at the tip, too. Isn't there like...
Says pen. It's blue, you have to, take it off. No, you have to take the little thing off. Probably has a name. It's probably not called a tip thing.
The tip thing.
Tip protector.
What are you saying, Mike?
I'll cover my girth.
They can face the door.
Oh, wait a minute then.
Why do you think we're like that?
This is still not official, but it's Mr. Gilson's level, so that means pretty much official, but he did write back today and he had a few questions about it, but it's really just a historical showing to like 2002 up to what was budgeted for this year. And these categories, you've all seen the budget before, haven't you? Yeah, okay, so you understand all these are categories and you put so much money in each category. As you can see, it's increased every year because our enrollment's increasing. What's nice about this is we do not owe any money to QSI. In fact, we loan money to QSI and they pay us an interest. So when we do build our new school, we probably should have a pretty good reserve to get started in building that school. And that figure is right down at the bottom, $1,855,000. That's what we get paid interest on. So you see that just this last year, yeah. That's a budget, yeah. $1,232,000. And the interest that we got this year was $547,000, is that right? My wife's accountant for 5 of the schools, so she deals with this every day. She has 2 schools in Vietnam and 1 school in Yerevan, 1 school in Belarus, and 1 school in Russia, or Novosibirsk. So she deals with this every day. I don't. But that's right. Is that right? 547,000? No.
To me, didn't wait. I thought there was a mysterious misfire. On the phone.
Lynn. My wife, Tess. I guess you know everyone else, right? Everyone else?
I don't think you guys have met my wife Allison. Teaches level 10.
We just started looking at the budget. That's it, sir.
Two more. The Dallas family. Kim, who you met in the office.
Right.
The parent, and then her husband, Johnny, who's on the board.
No, the interest doesn't show here. It's,
doesn't show?
No. Under expended at the bottom, it says invest in QSI net, that's for that year, 2009, 2010. And at the bottom is accumulated amount.
So we have
One-
$1,212,000 that
For-
we loaned QSI.
So which color are you looking at?
Under 2009, 10, all the way down. Yeah. That's good because most schools are in the red there. They're borrowing from QSI, but we're loaning them.
Okay.
You
Right
need to
now
take
we-
the tip off. The
Oh.
red tip. There's like a protector. No.
Like a real screw.
Everybody else have a pen? You have a pen? What else do we need to know on this?
Great growth story.
So then the 1 million we're going to provide that project is you invest in QSI this year.
Right. After this year, that's what we should have. Okay.
And that is accruing interest?
At 6%?
That's 6%.
6%.
And so the fiscal year is from January to January or June to June?
No. July to July.